Hey guys, let's talk bridal makeup. Yes, if you're the bride, mother of the bride, bridesmaid, if you're the groom, you want to look your absolute best on this day. So I'm going to show you guys my tips and tricks. These are the tips that I use when I'm working on big movie sets, or if I'm doing runway fashion shows or fashion editorials for magazines. These are the tips that I use, and I'm going to show you guys how to make an amazing bridal makeup look. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, I want to apologize because normally I drop more videos than I have this past week, but work life has gotten in the way. I live in Toronto, you guys know this, and the film industry has blown up. Everyone is in town. Adam Sandler's in town. Kiefer Sutherland's in town filming. Arnold Schwarzenegger is in town filming. Patrick Schwarzenegger's in town. In fact, Arnold's son's in town filming. I got done with a shoot with him the other day as well. Like, everyone is in town right now filming something. And I have been super crazy busy. So today is the first day that I had a chance to sit down and film for you guys. So bear with me, but this is actually going to be one of the most epic, iconic videos that you have seen this week. This is going to be amazing. All right, guys, let's get started. Tip number one, moisturize your skin. Now, I just got out of the shower and I just moisturized, so I'm not going to show you guys that step, but I go in with a niacinamide. I go in with hyaluronic acid and as well with a moisturizer, and I'll do the whole face, ears, décolleté, neck, all of that. Make sure, because you are doing this say for a bride, do the arms, do all of it. Like, just do all of it. Let that moisturizer sink in and continue working. This is so important because if you have on your makeup, say for 20 plus hours and you're filming inside and outside, you want to be moisturized because you want that makeup to stay looking fresh all day long. So this one is actually from Vichy, and I really do like this one. This is an SPF of 60, and this is called Ideal Soleil. I like this one. It's very creamy. I'm just going to work this into my hands before applying this to the face. I feel like that's really important. And then I always work up. So I just tap this on all over. Make sure and get your ears, your neck, your décolleté. If you're outside and you're taking wedding pictures, having a little bit of sunscreen on, especially if you're, doing a destination wedding or somewhere where it's just really hot and sunny that day, you're going to want a little bit of sunscreen on. You don't want to be burnt on your wedding day. So definitely just put that on. Now, whatever is left on my hands, which isn't a lot, but I can still feel it there, I'm going to add just a little bit to my eyelids and under my eyelids. So many people ask me, when I apply sunscreen, do you apply it to your eyelids? The answer is yes, because of course you're going to apply sunscreen everywhere else. Why wouldn't you? You don't want this part right here to be red and burnt. Again, later on in life when you're aging, you don't want this part right here to be all wrinkly and the rest of your face to not be wrinkly. And it will not be wrinkly if you guys follow my beauty care steps. It's amazing. So definitely just apply just a little bit of that sunscreen there. And again, to your ears, behind your ears. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be using this one right here. And this one is the Forever Skin Veil from Dior. I really love this one. This is honestly my second bottle. I'm going to just go in. It is tinted, but this just magically just kind of blends into your skin no matter what shade you are. Again, I work it through my hands. I always tend to work up. We're going to go right under the eyes. That's very important. I go over the eyes just a little bit. I go under the eyebrows. Make sure you get the sides of your nose, smile lines, chin. Anywhere that you really feel like you need that primer, add that primer. It's going to help you so much. Second primer. So I'm going to recommend one of these two. I usually go with the Tatcha, but if you don't like the smell of the Tatcha, I'm definitely going to recommend this one right here. And this one is from e.l.f. This is the Poreless Putty Primer. And this one is the Silk Canvas Primer from Tatcha. So I'm going to go in with Tatcha. I just swirl my finger around there. I work that just a little bit, just so it's nice and smooth and warmed up. You kind of want a primer like this that's really putty-like to be a little bit warmed up, just to work it into the skin. I'm going to cover my nose with this. I'm going to go down both sides of my nose, in between my brows, because I feel like I have a little bit of texture right there. I'm going to go into my smile lines and under my lip here on my chin. I'm also going to go in, because I have this pigmentation spot, which I've talked about in other videos, and I'm going to cover that as well. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side to keep everything equal. And there you go. So that is a really perfect base. I love these two products together. They work amazing. For foundation today, I'm going to be using this latest one right here from Makeup Forever. This is their HD Skin Foundation. So I'm just going to give this a good shake. The reason that I love this one is that I feel like it just doesn't move around. I'm going to go in with 3 pumps to cover my whole face. Now, if you are going to go lower than your face or a little bit on your décolleté, if you need a little coverage there, go in with maybe 4 pumps, but 3 should be plenty. So I'm just going to stipple this product right here onto my palette, which is just a MAC palette. You guys don't need the palette, just sharing with you guys. So I'm just going to, I usually start with just stippling it onto my cheeks. I move on to my forehead. I'm just going to apply that product down, and then I will take the Beauty Blender and I will just pat that out where it needs it. Now I do go over my eyelids with the brush, and I go right under my eyelids as well. I just want a little bit of product there, not a lot, because we are going to prime our eyes. Just enough to make it blend. Alright, so these are some of my favorite concealers of all time. I absolutely love these. Now, if I was to go in and show you all of my favorite concealers, that would take a little bit longer than this. I'm just going to pick out the ones that I really want to share with you guys. So these are the ones that I'm reaching for the most right now. This one here, Kevyn Aucoin, classic, absolutely love it. Again, the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, amazing. So these two are just fantastic. Now, if I am doing a bride or say runway, I love this one right here. This is the brand new one from the Huda Beauty. If you guys haven't seen my video on that, I will definitely try and link that for you guys. Definitely check it out. This one is waterproof. So it's claiming to be waterproof. I feel like it is. This is actually really difficult to remove. If you are going to go in and use this one, definitely recommend a double cleanse to remove all of that product from your face. If you guys don't have an oil cleanser to do a double cleanse with an oil cleanser, don't worry. If you have the Patrick Star One Size Makeup Remover Mist, definitely not the setting spray, use the mist for the makeup remover. That one removes it amazingly as well, but you are going to need something that has a little bit of an oil kick to it to try and remove that product. That's a concealer that is not going to budge. That is a really good concealer, and I'm living for it. Now, that being said, this one right here, which is the brand new one from Dior, again, this one also claims to be water resistant as well. I love this one. This one gives such a natural look for brides. Like, this is just stunning. So if you're going for a more of a very, very natural look, but you want to just be a little concealed, but you don't want that sucker to budge at all, definitely go in with the Dior. You're not going to regret it. It's amazing. So we have this one right here, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. Again, just a classic. That is an amazing concealer. It's just been a ride or die, a staple in every makeup artist's kit since it launched. Like, it's just a great one. And then we have this one, which is the Born This Way from Too Faced. It's an amazing concealer, and I love this one. So again, use one of these. You're not going to go wrong. I like to layer concealers, and I might even go in with 3 of them to get the look and achieve the look that I super want. So I will show you guys that technique if you guys want to see it in a future video. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to show you how I layer concealers to get a really amazing magazine-worthy look. Today I'm actually going to go in with probably the Kosas and the Dior. So I'm going to start by using the Dior right here. What I love about this is the wand, because you have this amazing little brush. And I'm just going to go right into the under eyes, wherever there's darkness. Excuse my brows, guys, because I'm just, I'm kind of letting them grow naturally as I test out this serum for you guys. And definitely stay tuned for that video. You're not going to want to miss it. I usually apply just a little bit of concealer right here on the apples of my cheeks, just for brightening purposes. I'm going to go in here, make a little bit of a triangle right here. I'm going to go right up and under, right here, under my lip, because I want that lip to look a little bit more plump and juicy. So we're just going to add just a little bit of concealer right there. And of course, I have this hyperpigmentation spot. Don't love that. So we're going to just cover that up, and because I put concealer on the other side, which will also act as a little bit of a brightening, I'm going to just apply it to the other side. So to blend this, I'm just going to go in with a dampened beauty sponge and just tap that out. So whatever product I have left from under my eye, I just kind of tap over my eye because I don't want a lot of product over my eye, but concealer is the best thing to use if you're not going to go in with a super heavy duty eyeshadow primer. It just kind of evens out your skin tone, and if you don't want anything to look too cakey and a little bit more natural, definitely go in and just add a little bit of concealer on your eye, and that's going to be the base for your foundation. So next I am going to go in with the Revealer Concealer from Kosas. I love this. This is really, really nice. I love the big wand on it. I'm just going to apply just a little bit here under the eyes. This one is slightly darker in shade. I do feel like the Dior is a little bit more brightening. So I'm just going to apply it just a little bit right where I did. I'm just going to, again, take that sponge, tap it out. Step 5, cream bronzer. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the bronzers that I reach for the most in my kit. And it's these ones right here. So we've got the brand new one from Charlotte Tilbury. Love that. Absolutely love that. We have this one right here, and this one is from Chanel. This is fantastic. This is a staple. This is a must-have. I love it. This one right here, which is the Soul Body from ColourPop. This is a great dupe for the Chanel, so if you can't afford this one, definitely pick up this one. It's like a fraction of the price, and it is an amazing dupe for this one. But this one right here, the Makeup by Mario, love this one. This is in the shade Light because I'm super, super fair. This one is probably the one I'm going to go in with today. And then, of course, we have this one. This is a cream from Fenty Beauty. Now, I am going to go in with this one. As you can see, it's well used. I'm just going to place this cream right here. I'm going to go down the sides of my nose, and I'm going to do my jaw. Alright, this is looking a little crazy to put on a bride, but you guys will see this will magically come together in a moment. I am going to go in with the same brush I used to blend out my foundation, so there is some foundation on that brush. I'm going to actually start by small circular motions right here by my hairline to blend that in. You want to make sure and not blend into your hair. That is very important. Just blend up to the edge so you actually don't have like a white line like that. You do not want that, and you do not want that in pictures. I mean, it can be photoshopped out, but definitely if you're doing makeup, just make sure you're blending it in nice. Take your time with the blend. You will not regret it. So the reason I'm going in with a cream instead of a powder is to kind of just lay a very natural, flawless looking base to the skin. So I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose, and I'm just going to blend out that jawline. The reason I'm putting it on the jawline because it's going to help just kind of make the neck look a little bit more snatched. And I'm just doing small circular motions, and then I'll drag it down. Alright, so this is my big tip for number 6 for powdering. Powder puff. This is a really large, almost an extra large 4-inch powder puff that I picked up on Amazon, and I will leave the link in the description box for you guys if you're interested. Again, not affiliated with Amazon whatsoever, but I will leave the link there if you guys want to check it out. So this is, honestly, I get these for like $11, $12, $14, $15, something like that. You get a lot of them, like 4, 5, 6 of them, and like, it's amazing. You can just throw these in like a pillowcase, throw them in the washing machine, and wash them up and use them again, and they're sparkly white. It's fantastic. So I will grab a clean one like this and give it to my bride, and she can throw this in her purse. I'm going to share with you guys how I'm going to powder my face. So I'm going to leave my powder puff right here. Today we're going to be using the Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder, and I like this powder. Some people don't. I do. I'm just going to put a little bit of this powder on the powder puff right here. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub this in to the powder puff. I love that this one is so finely milled because it really gets in there. So when I'm doing my face, I'm just going to bend the powder puff, tap out any creases here on the eyes, and powder that eye. Make sure you get your brow. That is so important. Again, this is another tip. Powder your brow. It's going to lock in all your brow products. I've mentioned it on the channel before, but you're going to want to powder your brow if you want your makeup to stay all day long. So we're just going to powder. Do the same to the other side. Now, again, with it bent in half, do the sides of your nose. Smile lines, chin. I'm going to open this up now, and I'm just going to beat that face. Make sure you go down and get, if you put any foundation on your neck or on your décolleté, powder that because it will rub off on a white dress if you don't. Very, very, very serious. Make sure you powder that. Now, while we're on the topic of a powder puff, when a bride is going to go out for the rest of the day, you won't see them again usually. So definitely give them the powder puff. Take a little bit of powder, put it on that puff. Literally, just do what I did earlier. Just put that in there with your finger, just rub it in, and then take a clean tissue. I've got a fresh Kleenex right here. Face down, wrap that up. Give that to her like this. She can throw this in her purse. Therefore, if she's shiny throughout the day, she can just tap, 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 and there you go. Alright, so I'm going to actually go in with a couple of different brow products, and I'm going to start with this one right here. So this is Brow Wiz from Anastasia, and this one is in the color Taupe. Again, super well used. If you guys have a color that works for your brows, of course, go in with the color that you use. I always start with this one just because I've complained about it before. I feel like I don't have as many brow hairs right there in the corner, so I usually start there. So I'm just going to go in. I actually just thought of something. I've never actually done my brows on camera for you guys before, not in a long time anyways. So this is fun. So I'm just going to go in with small feather-like strokes, and I'm just going to just shade in. I want it to keep it looking quite natural since we are doing a bridal look. Alright, I feel like that's probably deep enough. You guys can tell it really makes a difference. It makes your eyes pop. So I'm just going to go in and do the other brow off camera, and I'll be right back. Now, because we want to keep this look quite natural, I'm not going to go in with these two products, but I do use these products if I am going in and doing, say, a runway model. So this one is also the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen, again in the color Taupe. And this one is from Benefit. This is called Brow Microfilling Pen, and this one is in the shade Light Brown. Love these two products, but again, we're not doing, say, runway or magazine editorial. We're doing something soft and simple if this is a bridal look, so I'm not going to go in with these two today. But if you are looking to do something a little bit more glam, definitely go in with this, darken it up, just add a little bit more detail to your brows. These work amazing. Love these. But what I am going to use today is this one right here. This is the Clear from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their brow gel. Love the wand on this. And I'm just going to flick up because I want those brows to stay in place all day. Now, there are so many brow gel products out there. This one is just my favorite. Like, it's my ride or die. Can't live without it. Have to take it to a desert island sort of a product. I love it. There are so many, though. So if you have one that you love, definitely go in with that. As long as it doesn't make your brows look flaky, like cakey, flaky. You do not want that throughout the day. Alright, so I am going to go in with just a really soft wash of brown. And the browns I like when I'm doing a bridal look are in these three palettes right here. So this one is the Nudes by Juvia's Place. This is the Shimmering Sand palette from Scott Barnes. And of course we have the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette, and this is the light version. And then I am going to go in with this cream shadow right here from Danessa Myricks. Oh my gosh, I always... I am going to go in with the cream shadow right here from Danessa Myricks, and this one is a really soft pink. I think this is beautiful for bridal. So to start, I'm going to actually go in with this palette right here from Scott Barnes. Now I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of this light brown color on this fluffy blending brush. I'm going to tap that off. Again, if you guys are curious, this is a Smith 237. I'm just going to place this down in my crease and just blend. Because I want the look to be super, super natural. We're not going to go in with a really deep, crazy eye. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that color, tap that off, and go in and just add a little bit more. I'm just bringing that color onto the lid, dragging it down to the lash line. I'm going to go in with a clean Smith brush, and this is a 232, and I'm just going to just blend those edges, so make everything nice and seamless. Take time with your blending because this is a really magical day and the blend is everything when it comes to a look like this. So just blend until you have it blend out amazingly. There is a such thing as over blending. If you have it reaching your eyebrow and beyond, too much. And of course, if you guys don't have one of these palettes in particular, don't worry. Just go in with any brown color that you have. Just a light, you know, keep it neutral, like a light brown color. Morphe palettes work amazing. Jaclyn Hill, if you have her palettes, there's a brown in there. It works amazing. Okay, so this is the color Fix right here. This is a cream product from Demesser Myricks. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my palette. Honestly, that's even smaller than a pea-sized amount. That's going to be enough for both eyes. So I'm going to go in with a brush. This one right here is a MAC 283 brush. This is just a, you know, a firm synthetic brush. We're going to pick up half that product. This is a very beautiful, creamy product. I love it. I'm going to go in. I'm going to start at my inner corner, work my way out. Now, before you do this, I have another brush sitting right here. This one is just like a fluffy brush. Is there a name on this one? This is a number 6 by BH Cosmetics. I like this brush, but I don't think you can get it anymore. But again, it's just a fluffy, rounded tip blending brush. This is going to go in and just buff those edges as soon as we apply the cream product. So have another brush ready because you don't want this to dry down or it's going to be really hard to blend out. So I'm just concentrating on the inner corner and I'm leaving the outer edge, you know, just to be that matte. We are going to go in with that fluffy rounded tip brush and we're just going to blend. Just windshield wiper motions. And then right here, where the two shades come together, just blend that out. And it's just a really stunning, really, really pretty shade. It's just gorgeous, especially for a bride or if you're attending a wedding, mother of the bride. Yes, you can wear a little shimmer. It is your day too. Tip number 9, mascara. Definitely go in with a waterproof mascara because you don't want to have allergies or a little bit of crying, which might happen because you're so happy. Definitely go in with a waterproof mascara. Now, I recommend for a bride a brown black or even just a brown, or you could totally go in with black if you want a little bit more of a dramatic look. Definitely straight black. Go all the way. Do it. Love it. Tip number 10, eyeliner. So I'm going to do it. Some brides don't like it. They like it to be a little bit more natural. I'm going to go in with a brown eyeliner and just line my lids. And I'm going to actually place a little bit in my waterline just because I always do. Like, that's just my signature look. I always place a little bit in my waterline. You might not want to for a bride. They ask them. Basically, ask them what they want. If they want it to be just a little bit more glam, a little bit more cat eye, or if they want it to look more natural, then don't go in with the eyeliner. But this is just kind of my look. So I'm going to go in with this Makeup by Mario in the shade The Perfect Brown. Now that we finished the eye look, let's move on to blush. And honestly, this has to be my favorite blush. This is a new launch from Morphe. This came out about a month ago. This one right here. This is called Playful Pink, and this is the Sculpting Powder Blush. This has to be the prettiest bridal blush that I've ever seen. Like, this is just stunning. You need this in your life. And is it under $15? Yes, it is. So I'm just going to take my Scott Barnes blush brush, which is a number 64. We're going to pick up some of that product. Like, really dig that in there. Pick up some of this blush. Now, if you do have a darker complexion than I do, definitely go in with a deeper shade. It's still going to look just as gorgeous. So I'm just going to just tap that on right here, starting at the apples of my cheeks. This is a very matte blush, but it's stunning. It's just going to give you that angelic hint of pink. You see it's how it's just that tiny bit of glow? I love that. Now this one is an honorable mention. This one is from Jouer, and I love the color here called Rose Petal. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit of Rose Petal on top of that Morphe blush, just because I love it so much. Tap this off. It's very pigmented. Just a little bit. You can tell the difference, right? So cute. Now, let's talk contour. Some brides might want it, some brides might not want it, and they might just want like a very natural look. So I am going to go in with a very natural face today. I'm just going to contour right here on my jaw, just because I want it to look just a little bit more snatched. For that brush today, I'm going to be using this one right here, which is a dual-ended brush. This is called the number 7 Complexion Perfection brush from It Cosmetics. I'm going to go into this one, which is Carve. And this is just from the Scott Barnes contour palette. I'm going to tap that off. I'm going to start right under my chin. You can see how that just kind of already made that shadow. And I'm going to start here. And just work that forward. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Now this is a powder. And it'll blend out evenly in a moment. I'm just going to bring that down just a little bit. Do you see how I already look really snatched? I'm going to go in with this brush right here. This is an Artiste blending brush. This is the palm brush. And I'm just going to blend that out and blend it down. Now that we have gone in and done our eyes, and it's just a very natural, beautiful, simple bridal eye, you could go a little bit bolder with the lip, or you could go in with a nude. It depends if you're the bride or a guest or a bridesmaid. It's up to you what you want to do. If you're going in with a nude, my biggest tip to you is to find something that almost matches, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but almost matches your nipple color. I know, right? Sounds crazy. This video is taking a weird turn. I know. But your perfect nude lipstick is actually going to match pretty much your nipple color. If that makes sense to you, that's going to be your perfect nude lip. Yeah, I know, crazy. But it is a proven fact that that's the shade that's going to look the best on you. Now, don't go into Sephora, whip it off, and start swatching. Do not recommend that whatsoever. You don't want to do that. But just find something that actually complements your skin tone. I'm a winter, so I'm going to go in with something a little bit more cool toned for my shade, and it's just going to look so beautiful. So for that, I'm going to go in with a Scott Barnes product, which is his liquid lip called Engagement. And to line my lips, I'm going to use this Milani retractable lip pencil right here in Most Natural. This one is just like a great pencil. I love this one. Now I am going to overline just a little bit on the bottom just to make it look a little bit more plump and juicy. Definitely you don't want that makeup to budge. I'm going to recommend this one right here from One Size Beauty. This one is the On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This, when I'm working on a movie set, is what I use. In fact, there's like this much left in the can. Like, this is almost empty. And I've got like 2 other ones right here. I love this. Like, this is the most amazing setting spray. So I'm just going to spray this on to finish off this look. I've basically done this bridal look, but if you guys want to go in with more of a highlight, you can if you want to. There is nothing wrong with highlight on a bride, or if you're a guest of a wedding, definitely go in with that highlighter. Go in with a straight highlighter, or go in with something that's like a bronzer slash highlighter, like this one right here. This one is from Fenty. This one is called the Toasted Swirl Bronzer Shimmer Powder in the color Chocolate Swirler. I super love this. This is gorgeous. Like, this is just that beautiful, you know, shimmer, but there's a highlight, slight bronze. You get a little bit of color. You could go in with that. I will pick up still a really big fluffy brush. I use this to highlight. This is actually a ColourPop F33 brush, if you guys are curious. I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of that product. We're going to tap it off. I'm just going to place that right here. Just a little glow. Nothing crazy. If you want a crazy, beautiful bridal glow, definitely I'm going to recommend going in with a Pat McGrath highlighter. Amazing. Stunning. Drop dead gorgeous. But if you guys want something that's just really subtle, go in with something like this. Alright guys, if you loved this video, let me know. I can't wait to hear from you, and I always write back. Hit that like button, and of course subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss when I drop a new video. Alright guys, until next time, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Okay guys, bye.